In the tumultuous world of international politics, few figures have captured the global stage quite like Benjamin Netanyahu. Over the course of his lengthy and often controversial career, he has emerged as a polarizing and influential leader, leaving an indelible mark on the history of Israel and the Middle East. This is the story of Benjamin Netanyahu, a man whose life has been intertwined with the fate of his nation. Benjamin Netanyahu was born on October 21, 1949, in Tel Aviv, Israel, shortly after the country's establishment. His father, Ben-Zion Netanyahu, was a distinguished historian and a scholar of Jewish history, while his mother, Zila Segal, was a psychologist. Young Benjamin grew up in a household deeply steeped in Zionist values and a profound sense of Jewish identity. As a child, Netanyahu was known for his precociousness and strong-willed nature. He attended the prestigious Cheltenham High School in Philadelphia during his family's time in the United States. Later, he returned to Israel and enlisted in the Israel Defense Forces, IDF, where he served in an elite commando unit. His military service would shape his character and instill in him a deep commitment to the security of Israel. Netanyahu's political career began to take shape in the late 1970s when he joined the Israeli diplomatic service. He served as the deputy chief of mission at the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C., and later as the Israeli ambassador to the United Nations. It was during this time that he honed his skills as a diplomat and an articulate defender of Israel's interests on the world stage. In 1988, he was elected to the Israeli Knesset, parliament, as a member of the right-wing Likud party, led by Yitzhak Shamir. He quickly rose through the ranks and was appointed Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs. In 1991, Netanyahu gained international attention for his articulate defense of Israel during the Gulf War, which enhanced his reputation as a skilled communicator. In 1996, Benjamin Netanyahu was elected as the Prime Minister of Israel. His first term in office was marked by both domestic and international challenges. He implemented economic reforms and policies that aimed to liberalize the Israeli economy. However, his tenure also faced criticism for strained relations with the United States under President Bill Clinton and for his approach to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. After losing the 1999 election to Ehud Barak, Netanyahu briefly stepped away from politics. During this hiatus, he authored books and delivered speeches around the world, solidifying his reputation as a statesman and thought leader. In 2009, Netanyahu made a triumphant return to the office of Prime Minister, serving as Israel's leader for 3 consecutive terms until 2021. His second tenure was marked by a focus on security, a hawkish stance on Iran's nuclear program, and the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Netanyahu's second term as prime minister was characterized by a focus on security and a more assertive foreign policy stance. During this time, he navigated complex international relationships, including dealing with the Iranian nuclear program, while also facing ongoing conflicts with Hamas in Gaza. Throughout his career, Benjamin Netanyahu remained a polarizing figure. Supporters praised his strong stance on national security and his commitment to protecting Israel's interests. However, critics accused him of stalling the peace process with the Palestinians and undermining the prospects for a two-state solution. While Netanyahu had a strong alliance with some U.S. leaders, such as President Donald Trump, his relationship with the United States has been tumultuous at times. His public disagreements with President Barack Obama over issues like the Iran nuclear deal and settlements in the West Bank were widely covered in the media and fueled political divisions both in Israel and the U.S. Netanyahu's address to the U.S. Congress in 2015, without prior coordination with the Obama administration, added to the controversy. Netanyahu's government faced criticism for its handling of African migrants seeking asylum in Israel. His administration's policies, including detention centers and deportation plans, were criticized by human rights organizations and drew international condemnation. Netanyahu's tenure was also marked by legal troubles, including corruption charges that led to a protracted legal battle. In 2021, after 12 years as prime minister, he was replaced by Naftali Bennett. After the 2022 election, Netanyahu was sworn in as prime minister again, as the leader of a hardline coalition. He officially started his sixth term on the 29th of December, 2022. The first months of Netanyahu's sixth term were centered around reforms in the judicial branch, which drew widespread criticism. Critics highlighted the negative effects it would have on the separation of powers, the office of the Attorney General, the economy, public health, women and minorities, workers' rights, scientific research, the overall strength of Israel's democracy and its foreign relations. After Palestinian militants in Gaza launched a major surprise attack against Israel in October 2023, Netanyahu announced that Israel was at war on October 7, 2023. He later proposed that opposition parties Yesh Atid and National Unity enter an emergency unity government amid the October 2023 Gaza-Israel conflict. After leader of the opposition, Lapid urged Netanyahu put aside our differences and form an emergency, narrow, professional government.
אזרחי ישראל, אנחנו במלחמה. לא במבצע, לא בסבבים, במלחמה. הבוקר חמאס פתח במתקפת פתע רצחני נגד מדינת ישראל ונגד אזרחיה. אנחנו בתוך זה משעות הבוקר המוקדמות. כינסתי את ראשי מערכת הביטחון. הנחיתי קודם כל לטהר את היישובים מהמחבלים שחדרו פנימה. הפעולה הזאת מתבצעת בשעות הללו. במקביל הוריתי לבצע גיוס מילואים נרחב ולהשיב מלחמה שערה בעוצמה ובהיקף שהאויב לא הכיר. האויב ישלם מחיר שהוא לא ידע כמותו. אני קורא בינתיים לכל אזרחי ישראל להישמע בקפדנות להנחיות הצבא, להנחיות פיקוד העורף. אנחנו במלחמה ואנחנו ננצח.